Hi everyone, today in this video we will talk about how the props and mannequins are prepared for the merchandise display. Well guys, before we start this module, I'd like to ask you a question. What is props? Props are physical objects or things that are used to create the settings, mood or theme for the display. So now let us see what is there on the lesson objectives or agenda for today. Importance and purpose of props used in merchandise display. Methods of acquiring props. Number 1. Purchase from props houses. 2. Loan from other departments. Number 3. Loan from other companies. And number 4. Found items. And also factors to consider when positioning props. So now let us discuss the points in details. So what is the importance of props used in merchandise display? Props are very important in the making of a display and also in the process of creating imaginary. They tell the story not only about the product but also about the brand concept of the store, and also used to create the setting, mood or the theme for the display. For example, floor covering, backgrounds, mannequins, shelves, steps, and so forth. This is methods of acquiring props. First is purchase from display houses. Here you can purchase range from a few pieces to complete installations. So here in the picture you can also see all kinds of different props. You can purchase the complete installation from the display houses, or you can utilize the help of production houses to construct the displays that are not available in the market for them. And you can also visit trade expositions for the ideas and new displays. Second is loan from other department in the same store. Used by full-length department store, many of the items are on the selling floor that can be borrowed from the different departments for display purposes, which means you can loan or take from other department in your store for display purposes. For example, home decor, furniture, accessories, and so forth as a props to support the mood or theme for the merchandise display. You can also see from the picture using props from different departments to match up with the theme for the merchandise display. For example, you can see from Shoppers Stop, Lifestyle, and Big Bazaar. Third is loan of items from other companies. Used by limited line stores where only one line of merchandise is offered for sale. Loan items from department stores or home furnishing stores to complement their display theme. Visual merchandiser will give credit to the display for the source as a form of a publicity for the lender. Fourth, last point but not the least for the methods of acquiring props, that is found objects. To stretch limited budget, found from junk piles and refurbished to reuse as part of a display. For examples, discarded flower pots, empty soda bottles, garden equipments, or old photographs. So now moving to the next objective is factors to consider when positioning props. Props should not overshadow or downplay the sellable items. Shape and size of display area should not be too many items and materials in the display which will overwhelm the observer. So in order not to confuse shoppers, the key products on the display should be focused and highlighted. So whatever the props you are using for the display should be scaled and proportioned, and they must look right and comfortable together. So let's summarize what we have learned today. Importance and purpose of props used in merchandise display. Methods of acquiring props, that is, purchase from prop houses, loan from other departments, loan from other companies, found items, and factors to consider when positioning props. So now I'm giving you an assignment, keeping in mind all the points that we have learned today, especially factors to consider while choosing and positioning their crops. So create a display using one of the following themes. You can choose any of the theme, either spring or winter, and select the merchandise and also the appropriate props to highlight the theme. And you should also be able to give the reason why you select the particular props when you present your display to the class. So that is the end of today's topic on preparing props for merchandise display. I hope you enjoy listening this video. Thank you so much.